all my viewers and welcome to my live session today। तो आज की जो वीडियो रहेगी वो इंग्लिश और हिंदी दोनों में ही रहेगी और मैं आपको यूके इमिग्रेशन के बारे में आज बता रही हूँ। यूके इमिग्रेशन से रिलेटेड बहुत सारी चेंजेस हुई हैं जो कि अब आने वाले साल 2026 और 2027 तक वो वैलिड हैं। जो यूके गवर्नमेंट ने एक वाइट पेपर इशू किया था उसके बेसिस पे अब वो चेंजेस इम्प्लीमेंट हो चुकी हैं, तो वो सब मैं आपसे इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करूँगी। Hello friends, I am going to discuss about the UK immigration, the latest changes in UK immigration, what has happened to student visa, the skilled migrant visa, and also for the refugees in some cases. So let us wait for the audience for some time, and in few minutes from now we will start our video. I welcome to all to my live session. A discussion will be revolving around the UK immigration, because as you know the UK government was much worried about the immigrants from the point of corona time till now. The immigrants have been increasingly growing from students to skilled migrant and from care worker. Every category has been increasing day by day. With the result, the UK government got very furious about it, and finally they have taken an action plan to implement on the student visa, skilled migrant visa, the refugees, and everyone whosoever is entering the UK borders. So there is a strict rules and stringent policies have been made so that less number of migrants are able to cross the borders of UK, and less students and less skilled migrant visas are issued, and that is why they have increased the criteria in every field. Like for students also, the government has increased the criteria of giving admissions and then giving the graduate visa, and similarly they have increased the requirements for skilled migrant visa also, the prerequisites, and at the same time they have increased the fee for the for issuing the visa for the skilled migrant workers, and at the same time they have also increased the funds required for student visa. Now since some of the audience have joined, let me tell my topic again, and I welcome all my audience to my live session on UK immigration policies, the latest changes which have occurred and which are being implemented in times to come, and these changes have already taken place, and my live session will be revolving around the entire UK changes which have happened. So I welcome hi to all my audience, and I will be discussing and revolving around the UK immigration today. So I welcome all my audience and hope all of you are doing great, and we will be discussing that how the changes are taking place in times to come, how you have to remain alert, and hello all my audience, hi, hope all of you are good, you are doing well. So can we start now? We can start the UK immigration policies, the latest modifications which have taken place. So let us start. The key policies which have changed is the government has published a major update to the immigration rules, a statement of change, on 14th October 2025. From 8th January 2026, applicants under the skilled worker route must meet a higher English language standards, that is from B1 to B2. Now they have to prove that they have reading, writing, speaking and listening levels as B2. For the graduate visa route, the permitted stay will be reduced from 2 years to 18 months for most applicants from 1st January 2027. Students route from 11th November 2025, applicants under the student route will face increased maintenance financial support requirement, meaning thereby that you have to show in your bank statement the more financial support, which I'll be discussing during the course of my today's live session. Then comes the maintenance of other routes. Additional changes include the immigration skill charge increasing from 16th December 2025, etc. Which means if somebody is applying for skilled migration visa, their visa fee has increased. The processing fee has also increased. Then comes digitalization. The visa system is being modernized. As of 30th October 2025, the visa vignette physical sticker is being removed for many categories: dependents, work, family and settlement, and status will be recorded digitally via the UK visas and immigration online account. So everyone who wants to apply for a visa stickers, they all have to apply through the online portal, that is UKVI. And the earlier, those who had the physical vignettes, now that has been physical vignettes or the physical stickers have been removed now, and everyone has to apply through the UK government UKVI website through by creating an online account, and then you have to apply for an online visa. Then the enforcement focus. The Home Office has announced its largest crackdown on illegal workers since records began, arrests up to 63% from previous levels. They have become, the UK government has become very strict with the illegal workers, and they are taking very strict actions on the illegal workers. There are also discussions and concerns around the institutional capacity of the Home Office, governance, leadership and data systems. They are also having a concern about their Home Office governance and how much can they deal with the maximum population. Hi everyone. I welcome all of you, all my viewers, to my live session. The live session is going on the latest immigration changes on the UK system, on the UK immigration. Now comes the broader context and what will be the implications of these changes which UK government has taken over. These changes are part of a broader strategy published in May 2025. The white paper titled Restoring Control over the Immigration System, signaling the UK government's intention to reduce net migration, make the system more controlled and selective and fair. A recent piece of note that net migration in UK may be on path to collapse, that is drop significantly because of the tighter rules. Now as the UK government is becoming very strict on the UK immigration rules, so because of the UK immigration rules, the net migration rate will also reduce, because their main purpose, the main purpose of UK government is to reduce the number of immigrants or the number of migrants which are entering to UK by way of student visa or by way of skilled migrant visa, or by way of family visa, etc. So their main purpose is to have less burden on their public systems, and the government is already overloaded with uh, the high number of immigrants which is rising every year since the time of corona. And that is why in 2025 they have taken a very strict actions. Now I am going to discuss about timelines of confirmed changes and key developments, and I will also be discussing about the dates which have to be taken care of. The statement of changes was published on 14th October 2025. The full explanatory memorandum and text of rule changes published by the Home Office on the 14th October 2025, by way of which the higher English requirement, that is higher English requirement B2 for certain work routes, effective from 8th January 2026. Skilled worker high potential individuals, that is HPI, and scale up routes will require CEFR B2, that is speaking, listening, reading and writing, instead of B1. Now they have to, when they apply for skilled migrant visa, they have to have a level of English as B2 from 8th January 2026. Employers and applicants must prove B2 level English. So here is the catch, which I will explain in the later part of my video. So stay tuned to have more insight. Now the student route, increased maintenance funds requirement, applications on or after 11th November 2025. Maintenance amounts required for students route rise from, for example, pounds 1529 per month if your university or you're going to stay in London, and you have to prove your requirement of funds as pounds 1171 per month if you are outside of London, up to 9 months evidence. You have to give a evidence of 9 months that you have in your bank accounts pounds 1529 per month if you stay in London, and 1171 per month if you stay outside London for 9 months. Applies to applications made on or after 11th November 2025. Number 4, e-visa rollout. Removal of many physical vignettes rolled out from 15th July 2025 and expanded October 2025. The UK is switching to digital e-visa, no passport stickers or vignette. For many visa categories, expanded to dependents, physical, extended to dependents, family, work, study, settlement around 30th October 2025, and earlier rollouts from July 2025. You will access status via UKVI online account, which the meaning thereby is UK government has now removed the physical stickers, and everyone, whether it is a family visa, dependent visa, work visa or a study visa, everyone have to create an account in UKVI website, and you can always check your status in UKVI website. But yes, if you have a physical vignette, then you have to apply for it and get your e-sticker. Then comes at number 6, graduate visa shortened, which is very alarming for students. The graduate visa shortened from 2 years to 18 months for most applicants applying on or after 1st January 2027. The graduate visa shortened from 2 years to 18 months for most applicants applying on or after 1st January 2027. If you apply for the graduate visa on or before 31st December 2026, you get 2 years. Applications on or after 1st January 2027 will get 18 months the post study visa, and PhD holders the rule remains the same. Number 7, enforcement may, if for PhD students the post study visa was earlier 3 years and it remains the same, there is no change. For point number 7, enforcement, major crackdown on illegal workers, ongoing reporting period October 24 to September 2025, recent government UK announcement October 25. The Home Office reports a large-scale enforcement Operation Sterling, with approximately 800 arrests for illegal working between October 24 to September 25. Enforcement activity and employer penalties are being increased. So if suppose somebody is working illegally, that also the enforcement directives, they are making a strict action, and they are on the to the employer also they are enforcing the penalties. On the point number 8, wider policy direction, white paper and tougher settlement of oblique family rules announced in 2025. Ongoing detailed rule changes to follow. The government's white paper May 2025 and follow-up proposals aim to reduce net migration and tighten settlement oblique family reunions rules. Additional measures, for example, longer qualifying periods for indefinite leave to remain, or being discussed or implemented. Meaning thereby the indefinite leave to remain period is also under proposal, and there might be a longer period for indefinite leave to return, and this proposal is still under consideration only, but the final outcome has not come. So for indefinite leave to return, the white paper is still in process, and they have yet to come out with how many years for one has to stay to get the ILR. Now what will be the practical impacts on the students and on the students who are doing undergraduation or post graduation? How will this impact? And also on the skilled worker, how will this impact, and how will the employers and sponsored migrants will be affected? All this will be discussed during this live session. So we will go one by one. What this means specifically for Indian nationals, practical impacts plus immediate actions. What you have to take the immediate action? Students and who are doing a undergraduate or postgraduate course, the impact, you will need to show higher maintenance funds for applications made on or after 11th November 2025. So your bank statements must meet the new monthly amounts, that is pounds 1529 per month if it is in London, and pounds 1171 per month if it is outside London. Also expect tighter graduate visa terms later. Also, you have to immediately take an action if you are a student, undergraduate or postgraduate. The action required is, if you plan to apply for a student visa soon, submit before 11th November 2025. Only if your funding is on borderline. Otherwise, ensure your proof of funds shows the new amounts. You understand this? If suppose you want to apply for a student visa, apply it before 11th November 2025. Otherwise, you have to show higher proof of funds. If you will graduate and need the longer graduate visa, plan to have your graduate applications lodged by 31st December 2026 to qualify for 2 years stay. If you want to qualify for 2 years stay, then you have to apply your post-study visa at least latest by 31st December 2026. So you have to plan accordingly. Now the recent graduates and graduate route. What is the impact of the new policies of UK immigration changes? The impact on graduate visa duration cut to 18 months. For most applicants applying on or after 1st January 2027, PhD is an exception. This shortens time to find skilled employment and qualify for switching into skilled worker route. So it is very clear that if you apply for post-study visa after 1st January 2027, then your post-study visa will be of 18 months, and subsequently the impact will be that you will get less time to find a job within your required skills. Then comes, if possible, plan job search and sponsorship switches earlier. If you will finish studies in 2026, apply for your graduate visa before 1st January 2027 to get 2 year period of post-study. Otherwise, start employer discussion earlier because sponsorship and ISC costs are changing. Skilled worker, high potential individuals, scale up applicants. Impact of B2 English required from 8th January 2026 for first time skilled worker and some other routes. You must provide accepted evidence, approved test or degree taught in English meeting B2 equivalence. This is stricter than the earlier B1 threshold. Do this now. Book an English test that can evidence B2, for example IELTS or SEL equivalent accepted by UKVI, or confirm your degree evidence meets the new requirement. If you are already lined up for a sponsor factor in this requirement before January 2026, employers should update job advertisements and offer letters accordingly. Meaning thereby, if suppose the employer is giving an offer letter, in offer letter also they have to update that the requirement of English language is B2 now, and also for the employer the cost of processing is going to increase shortly. The employers and sponsored migrants, including Indian nationals, getting sponsored. Impact of ISC increase from 16th December 2025 raises employers' cost for sponsoring overseas hires. English requirements rise, may narrow candidates pool, and enforcement also threatens heavy fines for hiring illegal workers. Meaning thereby that since the language requirement has increased now from B1 to B2, for the employers there will be less number of applicants. They will have very because of higher English requirements, they may have narrow candidates pool, and enforcement also threatens heavy fines for hiring illegal. If somebody hires an illegal worker, that also threatens a penalty on the employer. So what employers have to do? Employers should budget for higher ISC, apply COS before 16th December 2025 if that helps your cost profile. Tighten right to work checks and ensure sponsored worker meet B2 English from January 2026. Employees should keep documentations ready. So these are the takeaways from the latest changes, that every employee, every employer have to meet the requirements as per the current scenarios. Means their English level have to be B2, and the skilled migrant charges, visa charges and processing charges, they have also increased. And for students, they have to buck up, like they have to show more proof of funds for 9 months if they stay in London, and if they stay outside London. For both the cases, the per month costs of living have been risen. Risks from increased enforcements impact. Large scale rates and tougher penalties for employers and illegal workers mean a greater risk for anyone working without correct permission. Enforcement was reported covering October 24 to September 25 with approximately 8,000 arrests. Do this now. Don't accept informal or cash in hand work in the UK without right to work checks. Ensure employers are genuine and that they have valid permissions to the type of work. If you are already in the UK and unsure about status, seek immigration advice, solicitor or registered advisor. Quick checklist you can use. If you are a student, confirm funds meet new maintenance levels for applications on or after 11th November 2025. If graduating by 2026, plan to apply for graduate visa by 31st December 2026 to secure 2 years. Otherwise, you will get 18 months from January 1st, 2027. If applying for skilled worker, HPI or scale up, prepare B2 English evidence before 8th January 2026. If employer sponsor, budget for ISC increase from 16th December 2025 and review sponsorship obligations. For family or dependent, set up UKVI online account and check whether your category has moved to e-visa. Now I will give you a quick checklist. Confirm maintenance funds meet new requirements of £1529 per month if in London, or £1171 per month if outside London, and hold evidence for the required period, bank statement or scholarship letters. Means if you are applying as a student, then you must have this much fund in your account available for 9 months, or it may be available in the form of a scholarship letter you received from the university, which is a rare case. Check CAS dates and submit visa application with correct funds and documents. If graduating in 2026 and planning to use graduate route, apply for graduate visa by 31st December 2026 to qualify for 2 years, otherwise 18 months from 1st January 2027 for most of the cases. For recent graduates, graduate route. If planning to apply for graduate visa, note 18 months standard length for applications on or after 1st January 2027. PhD graduates have separate rules. Prepare employer contacts and plan switching to skilled worker early. Employers need time for sponsorship. For skilled worker, high potential individuals, scale up applicants. English requirements raised from B1 to B2 for first time skilled worker, HPI and scale up applicants. From 8th January 2026, prepare test evidence or comparable degree proof. Ensure job meets eligible SOC code and salary thresholds. For employers and the sponsors, what you have to take away from the latest changes is the immigration skill charge, that is ISC, immigration skills charge, ISC, increases from 16th December 2025, budget accordingly. Tighten right to work checks. Ensure sponsored migrants meet English B2 from 8th January 2026. Consider assigning certificates of sponsorship before 16th December 2025 if timing or cost is critical. And for dependents and family applicants, what is the takeaway from the latest changes in UK immigration? Many visa categories are moving to digital status e-visa, no passport sticker for some categories, set up UKVI accounts and retain digital confirmations. Confirm eligibility and document requirements remain unchanged even if vignette removed. The takeaway for all the categories that which is generally everyone has to take care is avoid informal or cash work without right to work permission, and for enforcement has increased. Keep digital copies of all applications and home office communications. Save online account login details. When in doubt, consult a regulated immigration advisor or solicitor. So these are the changes, and now I will give you the day by day timeline of key cutoff dates and what to do. On 14th October 2025, statement of changes published, and the action required is read the relevant route changes: student route, skilled migrant route, worker visa, high potential individuals or ISC. On the 4th November 2025, changes relating to the high potential individuals appendix come into force. Action: if you are applying under HPI, check eligibility, expanded list of eligible institutions and any exclusions. 11th November 2025, students route increased maintenance requirement applies to applications made on or after this date. Action: if you plan to apply for student visa and your funds are borderline, submit before this date or ensure your bank statement meet the new maintenance requirements. On 16th December 2025, immigration skills charge, that is ISC, increases, and it takes effect for certificates of sponsorship COS assigned on or after this date. Action: employers budget for higher immigration skills charge, consider assigning COS earlier if possible. On 8th January 2026, English requirement increases. On 8th January 2026, English requirement increases to B2 for first-time skilled worker, HPI and scale-up routes. Applicants must evidence B2. Action: book accepted English test or prepare equivalent evidence. Employers to update job offers and checks. 31st December 2026, last date to apply for graduate visa and normally receive 2 years under the current rule. If rule implementing reduction to 18 months applies from 1st January 2027, action is graduates finishing in 2026 should aim to apply for graduate visa before this date if they want the 2-year period. On 1st January 2027, graduate visa standard duration reduced to 18 months for most applicants applying on or after this date. Action plan is job search and sponsorship switch earlier. Employers should be aware this reduces the time window for switching. So this is all about the latest immigration changes on the for the UK immigration, and so this is all, and at the end I would say that students, they must plan to apply now. Confirm your financial evidence meets the new maintenance levels or submit before 11th November 2025 if you cannot meet them. Graduating in 2026, schedule your graduate visa application timeline so submission can complete before 31st December 2026 if you want the 2-year post-study visa. Number 3, applicants for skilled worker or HPI book an English test that evidence B2. Look for UKVI accepted test centers in India with result timeline well before 8th January 2026. Employers in India recruiting to UK roles prepare hire ISC from 16th December 2025 and update job advertisements to include B2 English requirement. And for everyone, bookmark the Home Office Statement of Changes page and create a UKVI online account if you do not already have one. So this is all about the latest updates in the UK immigration. So as I have discussed in my UK immigration latest modifications, I have given you the modifications which are taking place. I have given you the cutoff dates. I have discussed about how the uh, changes have taken place, what are the cutoff dates, how it is impacting the students, the employers, the skilled migrant category visa holders, and who is applying for the first time, how it is impacting their English language, and how it is impacting the students for their post-study visa. So I hope this live session is of interest to you. I will wait for another 2 minutes. If anybody has any question, they can write down their questions and then we will close the session. If you have any questions on UK immigration, then you can put your questions. I will take up the questions. As I discussed, the changes have taken place for all the categories, for students, for skilled migrant visa holders, even the ILR. The time frame for obtaining the ILR may also increase. So the UK government is very much concerned about the immigrants, the number of immigrants which are entering UK year by year, as it is growing every year. So there is a load on the public system. So that is why the UK government is concerned about modifying the existing rules of UK immigration, so that the more and more serious students are coming to study in UK who can contribute better to UK, and they are making the rules more stringent. They are making the entitlement hard for everyone. Like for students, the fee is increasing, the visa fee is increasing, the number of years of post study visa is decreasing. So like that, the even for the family visa holders, it is becoming difficult. And because the government has been finding that there is more burden on the public system, that is why they don't want many illegal migrants also to enter the country. So they have become very strict and they have lot of checks. If somebody is working on cash, that also they are taking very seriously, both to the employee and also to the employer. So this is all about live session of today, the immigration policies of UK for students, for skilled migrant holders, and for the new immigrants which are going to come in times to come in UK, how the policies are impacting, how they are becoming more and more strict. If someone is going to go as a student or somebody is going as a employee, everything is going hard in times to come. So thank you so much for today's session, and do write your comments, your questions. I can take up in my from the comments box. I can give you answers in my next video. Do give your suggestions. Which topics would you like me to cover in my live sessions, and which are the videos you would like me to make further. And do check out my videos on Germany, and also see my Schengen visa travel videos. And thank you so much. I thank each one of you for subscribing me and sharing my channel with more and more people, so that I get more likes and more shares. And thank you so much. Wish you all the best, and do keep doing good, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.